Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video and to stay tuned on in towards the second half of this video, guys. Right after this chart analysis, I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys, as well as the opportunities I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. And if that's something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, and by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors looking to learn and grow together. I managed to find yesterday an opportunity of 35% plus at its highest point, and this is what we look for daily. So that turned out to be a home run. Anything above 20% is a home run for the day. So stay tuned for all that information. So we're going to talk about SPCE, Virgin Galactic Holdings. So SPCE stock has actually lifted. This is what's happened, and let's see if it could continue. So as you can see, SPCE is going to the moon here. It's been rising up, and there's two things right now driving the prices higher. Great news in the last several weeks towards this company, and if it can hold itself up, it possibly will consolidate at these levels or probably even go higher. A lot of people are anticipating a possible squeeze. If not, it already has begun, because shorts need to cover when stocks go higher, not when they've already gone higher. And what do they need to cover beyond that if this has already gone almost 5x from these lows down here of $14, $13? So that is something to be aware of. The short squeeze has probably already started, or it's just beginning. That's the biggest question. But a lot of retail investors and institutional investors are piling in on this stock because of the fact that there's a lot of great news coming out for it, a lot of great stuff going on for the stock's future and projections, and that's made a lot of investors actually come towards this stock, not just shorts covering if they had from way down here. Now, a lot of people are anticipating that a short squeeze can continue or go further beyond what we've seen. I mean, this was a phenomenal consolidation right here in the 30s, and it took off from there, hitting highs here of $57 on the day here. Now, there's a resistance level up here that I want you guys to be aware of, $62.86. If you want to just round that up to 63, keep that in mind moving forward. If this bullish sentiment continues and if this short squeeze actually forces shorts to cover, pushing the stock up higher with the bulls and with the institutional investors and retail investors that have been buying. Now, what is important right now? Well, the support level of $51.95, I would just round that up to $52. If that gets broken through, the next point of reference is down here at $45.92. I would round that up to $46. Watch how the stock is doing within these support levels in these areas to see if the bulls try to reappear and bring it back up, or if the bears continue to tear this one down. But the highest point reached in the after hours is right here at $58.30. That needs to be broken through, and then the next point of reference would obviously be way back up here at $63. I wouldn't say $62.70, $62.80. It would be $63 for me to actually watch this hit newer highs, new resistance levels, and continue. Now, if this continues to skyrocket like it did, because it went up close to 40% on one day, that means that a short squeeze could be on its way, or it's in the works, because shorts are covering, plus retail investors and institutional investors piling in because they really like this stock, the great news that's behind it. We'll have to see. But on a much more in-depth technical analysis, this is overextended, and what I would really be looking for is either consolidation or slight healthy pullback before the next run. But if this is in the process of a true short squeeze, it won't have time for any of that. It's going to continue to run. So we'll see how this plays out Monday. I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below. If you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with a friend so they can receive the insight as well. And all I ask for is 3 to 5 more minutes of your time. I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys, as well as the opportunities I mentioned yesterday morning over at the Discord. And if you want to know what stocks I watch daily, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. So the ticker symbol I have to share with you guys is one that I've mentioned before here on the YouTube. I've talked about it on the Patreon, and I've emphasized how much I was liking it in the position it was at. And we're going to look at the chart today, where it went and where it stands. But before we look at that chart, I want to share with you guys the opportunities I mentioned this morning over at the Discord and shared with the members. And if that's something that interests you and you want to become part of, you are more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together to maximize profits and minimize losses. So here we are with GRVI. Talked about this one, why I liked it, PSFE, and then also OSMT. Now, OSMT ran in the pre-market. From the moment that I mentioned it, it was pretty close to the low fours. It ran all the way up to 490, and then going towards the opening, it fell. But in that weakness, it had a jump of 10% plus from its lows to a jump almost back up to $4 and some change. But our best performers in the first few minutes of the day was PSFE and GRVI. Let's look at those charts together and how they performed. So PSFE turned out to be one that I mentioned at 12.11. Early on in the pre-market, it started to jump, consolidate, pulled back down pretty close to it, hitting that low after the market opened. A lot of volatility there in the first 5 minutes of the day, and then it took off, giving a highest point of 8% to 10% plus. This was phenomenal to start off the Friday, but our home run of the day was GRVI. So I mentioned this one pretty early, close to 8:30 in the morning, and it was actually sitting at 792, pushing upwards, gave about a 3 to 5% jump, I would say, from 792 to highs here of almost 830, 840-ish, and started to pull back down, hitting a low here close to 730-ish, and from that point forward, it took off. It even got halted in this run. After the halt was paused, it kept on going, and it gave a highest point of 35% plus on the day. Then it dipped pretty hard, and it got close to where the run started, and from that point forward, it gave another 10 to 20% plus opportunity. This was one that was filled with different opportunities of 5 to 10%, 10 to 20%, but the biggest run was 35% plus. What a home run for the day. If you want to become part of this, you're more than welcome to, and you'll know what stocks I watch daily. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. So what's the stock I've been talking about? I've had it on my watch list. I've mentioned it on the Patreon, and I've even talked about it here. Well, it was one of the stocks that ended up on the list today that I was watching this morning because it had a lot of great news and momentum going for it, and it gave a 8 to 10% jump from the pre-market all the way to the highs of 13 and some change. Now, this is a stock I've been talking about as it was pulling back. I stated the closer it gets to $10, the more interesting it gets. It keeps on getting analysis buy ratings and analysis upgrades, and here it is, getting the result of a nice jump. Seems like a short squeeze. I'm not sure. We'll have to see if it can continue, or it was actually a lot of momentum going into it because of the catalyst of the great news of analysis ratings upgrading it and saying good things about it. So it ran up, and it's given, since we've been watching it, closer to the 11s, from the 12s to 11s. It gave a nice 10 to 20% jump for those that have been watching this one and catching it in the dip. The closer it got to $10, the more interesting. Now the question is, will this actually consolidate here at these levels, and then one more catalyst can take it up to newer highs? Or is this going to go into further weakness again, find consolidation somewhere in the middle from $11 to $13? We'll have to see, but this is definitely a stock that I have on my watch list, that I have been trading, and I look forward to adding to my position for the long term, because I've talked about this niche. I've talked about what they're doing and how they are dominating in the gambling sector in Europe to process transactions. And if they go ahead and expand worldwide, which is their goal, right, to go international, it's going to make them one step closer to being bigger and bigger every time. They're such a small market cap, small company in a niche and category and sector that has so much room for this stock to grow. And it's a Bill Foley SPAC. It is a SPAC, and SPACs are a little bit speculative sometimes, but Bill Foley seems to have a decent track record, and also analysis ratings are pointing this one to the upside, and there's just so much great things going on with this sector overall. It's not a PayPal, it's not a Square, but it can get its piece of the pie. If you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with a friend so they can receive the insight as well. And as always, this is not financial advice. I'm just here to enlighten you guys on the stocks I'm watching and why I'm watching them. And thank you guys so much for watching. And let's make some money.